Dear students of Standard 9, welcome to Botany class. How are you everybody? Hope you all are well and safe by the grace of Allah. In this class, we are going to discuss some important topic from chapter Transport in Organism. So, our today's topic are absorption of mineral salts and translocation in plants. Okay everybody, now let's start the class. Absorption of mineral salts from soil solution in the form of ion by the young part of the root is called mineral salt absorption. Okay everybody, let's see the figure. Plants absorb a good deal of mineral salt from the soil for their development and physiological need. Mineral salt remain in the solution in the soil. Okay. So the mineral salt remain as solute with capillary water of soil, but absorption process of water and mineral salt different, and there is no relation between the two process. Here everybody see, and you know that the plant absorb water through the root here from the soil by the osmosis process, but plant absorb the mineral salt as ion from the soil by the absorption process. Okay, because plants cannot absorb mineral salt as a solid form. Plant absorb mineral salt as a ion. However, the salt absorption process is divided into two ways, that is passive absorption process and active absorption process. Okay everybody, see the passive absorption process. Absorption of ions without the use of metabolic energy is known as passive absorption. This type of absorption is carried out by purely physical forces. In most of the cases, the movement of mineral ion into root occurs by diffusion process. Now, active absorption. Absorption of ion with the use of metabolic energy is known as active absorption. So active absorption is the absorption of ion with the help of metabolic energy produced in the cell. Active mineral absorption is an active process, and thus it requires the expenditure of metabolic energy, that is ATP. Okay everybody, see the translocation in plants. Everybody see the figure. The translocation in plants represents the movement or flow of water and mineral salt and of the food produced in the leaves. Here everybody see, this one is a photosynthesis process. You know that plants produces glucose food materials or carbohydrate types of food materials through the photosynthesis process by using carbon dioxide get from the environment and water from the soil. Plant produces carbohydrate types of food, and this type of food materials are energy used by the plants, and rest of the energy stored in the food. Okay, and another rest energy stored in the root. So we know that water and mineral salt are taken up the stem through the vessels of xylem tissue. Scientists think that the process force produced by transpiration, capillary action and root pressure causes the cell shape to reach the leaf of plants. In this way, water reaches the leaf and food produced there. Then the phloem tissue takes active part in the translocation of food produced by the photosynthesis process. So everybody see, in the stem there is a vascular tissue, and you know that vascular tissue consists of two types of different tissue, that is xylem tissue and phloem tissue. Xylem tissue helps to transport water from root to leaf, and phloem tissue helps to transport food materials from leaf to different part of the plant's body. So translocation, we can say that translocation is the movement of mineral materials from leaves to other tissues through the plants. Here materials means water material and food materials. Okay everybody, now see the ascent of sap. We have already acquired some ideas about osmosis and diffusion. Plant absorb water from the soil through process of osmosis. This is accomplished mainly through the root hair. Plant also absorb mineral nutrient from the soil through the process of absorbing water, and the process of absorbing material salts are quite different. So, water and mineral salt inside the cell are collectively known as cell sap. Now, we will learn how the cell sap from the root reaches the topmost branches and leaves of plants. So, ascent of sap is the ascent of sap in the xylem tissue of plants is the upward movement of water and minerals from the root to upper part of the plant's body. So here is upward movement. So we can say that the tissue, that means xylem tissue, helps to transport upward movement. So xylem is the complex tissue consisting of living and non-living cell. Everybody see the figure. In this figure, root absorb water and minerals. The cell sap ascend slowly upward. So in the figure, this one is a peperomia plants, and this peperomia plants kept in a bottle, and inside the bottle there is colored water. So after some time it will be seen that these plants absorb this colored water. So the colored water enter inside the plant's body through the xylem tissue. Then after absorption of water, the cross section or longitudinal section of the stems are done and put it under the microscope and note what you have found. After the observation, it will be seen that the cross section of the xylem elements absorb this color. So you can say that the plant absorb water from the water bodies, and this water move upwards. Now everybody see the xylem and phloem translocation. You have learned earlier that plant absorb water through osmosis. The water is conducted to the leaves, even to the topmost region of a very tall part. These leaves utilize food for photosynthesis in the presence of light and chlorophyll. Water taken from the soil reaches with carbon dioxide taken from the air and produces carbohydrate types of food. So now we will study how the food produced in photosynthesis and conducted to different region of a plant's body. As the leaves and the root grow away from each other, there must be a rapid and effective transport system in between them for the conduction of food. This is done by the sieve tube. You know that in the stem there is xylem tissue and phloem tissue. This xylem tissue and phloem tissue combinedly called vascular tissue, and in the phloem tissue there is sieve tube. This sieve tube is a long hollow tube-like structure and placed end to end, and through this tube food materials is translocated. And in the xylem there is a long hollow tube-like structure. This long hollow tube-like structure is called vessel, and through this vessel these plants absorb water from root to leaf. So this is where food substance can easily move from cell to cell, and if in winter season the openings, everybody see in the sieve tube there is a opening If in winter season the opening is blocked because of deposition of chemical substance callus, thus the movement of food inhibited. And the advent of summer, the callus is disintegrated and the movement of food is resumed. Okay everybody, today up to this, thank you.